Good morning. Kimberly Lebbing here, founder of My Gut Health Coach, and I help women in bloat, balance hormones, and regain their energy. So, would you like to know why your smartphone may be keeping you sick? Have you ever wondered, like, maybe you're doing all the right things, you're eating the right things, you're exercising, and you're still sick? Not saying that this is the only thing, but it is something that that you can consider because I have a personal experience with it, and I know that it was a factor for me. And this was after we did all of our work on healing the gut and had changed so many things, and we're already having some great results. What I noticed in myself is as I was working, because I do a lot of business online, and because, we have social media, and let's face it, we all love connecting with family, friends, and all of our loved ones to catch up on what things are going. I was noticing that my sleep was off. And when I say off, it was just, I wasn't sleeping well. I felt like when I went to bed, my brain would be racing. And then I started to notice that the longer or later I worked on like my laptop, or if I was on social media late, on my phone, I would sleep worse. And there was definitely a correlation. And I thought, that's interesting. I've always heard this, like you're supposed to turn off your phones, but I was actually really feeling it. Well, did you know that? So just to put it together, the gut-brain connection. So there's two hormones that help you with mood and sleep and stress and many other things, and that's dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine, 50% of it is made in the gut. 90% of serotonin is made in the gut. So when you're on, so dopamine is the hormone. Just to put it all together for you, it's the feel-good hormone that's released when you are doing something that makes you feel good, whatever that is. So it can be gambling, it can be drugs, and yes, it can be social media, just that hitting, checking to see who's liked my post, like just that action releases dopamine in the brain, and it drains it from your gut. So those two are linked, and that is why you may not be sleeping well, why you might not be feeling well. And quite honestly, that's, if you're not sleeping and your dopamine and serotonin levels are off, it'll affect every other area of health. It'll affect your heart. It'll affect your ability to lose weight. It'll affect your hormones. It'll affect your sleep, which affects everything else. So there's stress levels, so many other factors that are affected. And there really are some easy things that you can do to change that, and what I call a digital detox, or let's say just setting up some boundaries for yourself. Now, I have run across some people that are really, really sensitive to their electronics and have had to really, get other things in place to protect themselves. So there's, covers you can get for your phone. Don't be scammed. There's a lot of products I've seen on Amazon where they claim that it protects you from EMFs, and it's nothing more than a sticker that you stick on the back of your phone. Do your homework. Do your good due diligence on any of those kind of products out there. And though there's some really simple things that you may not have to do all that, and what I call a digital detox. So, and it doesn't mean completely going without. It's really about setting boundaries. And this is something that I do myself. So the first thing is plan it and think about what you have going on. Track your time. Look at your habits. Are you on social media really late? Are you on your phone? Are you working on your laptop really late? Are you present for your family and friends when they're in the room? Are you sitting on a device, not really talking? We joke I was at a hotel the other day for a training and walked by, it was the weekend, and I think there was some select teams playing, and walked by a group of teenagers, and they were all sitting on these couches and chairs, and they were all on their phones, probably interacting with each other, but not actually talking. So that would be the first thing, is just look at your habits. And I know it's a different world we live in, but even if you are in that generation, look at your habits and how much time are you using actually talking to your friends and interacting with them versus texting and going on social media, because it's a completely different experience. Even though it kind of feels the same, it's really not. And I say that because I've been in the other generation, or I am in the other generation, and I know that I know the effects that it has on you. So plan it and track what you're doing so that you can find what areas that you need to improve first. Second, set some boundaries. So, excuse me. Okay, set some boundaries. So put an alarm on your phone if you need to turn off your social media at a certain time. Excuse me, had something fly in my throat. Plan it. So turn it off if you need to, do whatever you need to do, but set some boundaries. What I do, I don't sleep with my phone in my room. If that's an issue for you, if you need your alarm, turn your phone on airplane mode at least, so that you're not waking up to dings and all those things. Part 2 of that is in the morning. Do not wake up and check your phone right away. Go get your, I start my morning with, I go in the kitchen, or I go to the bathroom, go in the kitchen, get a cup of lemon water, make your tea, make your coffee, whatever it is. Have a few minutes to yourself before you dive in there, because what happens is then you're checking emails, you're returning emails, you're checking things, and you're setting your intentions on the day is completely out the window. And then before you know it, an hour or a half hour has passed and you're not anywhere. You haven't accomplished anything, and you're starting off the day a little bit frazzled, honestly. You're not starting the day grounded. And this goes for, even if it's just a few minutes, don't start your day on your phone. Start your day doing something for you that's quiet and grounding, so you can collect your thoughts and set your intentions for the day. Okay, next, go old school. So in the evenings, instead of, maybe start with just one day a week instead of your regular routine of, watching TV or playing games or whatever, video games or social media, whatever that is. Instead of that, go old school and pick up a book, play a game with your family or your friends that's not electronic, like an old-fashioned board game. Get out a set of cards, paint something, pull out a puzzle. I mean, there's so many different things that you could do instead. Take a bath, whatever. I don't, but do something different instead. And if that intimidates you to do that every single night, then, I don't even do that every single night, but maybe once a week to start, so that you can get into some habits and set some new boundaries. And then the last thing is reconnect with people. So don't just reach out to people on social media or by texting. Pick up the phone and call. Schedule lunch, schedule breakfast. That's would be my challenge to you, is maybe set up something where you can meet with somebody, have a cup of coffee, have a cup of tea, and reconnect live. And maybe just pick one person once a month that you do that with, or once a week if you want to, whatever that is, whatever works for you. But just to start connecting more with people. That's how we were meant to be. We weren't meant to communicate only by phones and even watching Facebook Lives or whatever it is, we were meant to do more. So, and it does affect your health. It affects your health because this and your gut are totally connected. And when you're on your device or technology, I say 24/7, but almost. The only time you're not is when you're sleeping or trying to sleep. That's a problem. That's a problem because it is affecting your health. It's affecting your stress levels, and probably the reason why you're not sleeping well, which affects everything else. So I hope you found value in this. I have a complimentary guide that you can download called Boosting Your Energy. It's a Boosting Your Energy bundle, and everything you need to know to end bloat. I've even got some mindset and some stress reduction things in there, and how to beat sugar cravings. Everything you need to know, and the link is in the description of this video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.